My name is Gianna and welcome to today's video. We're going to be going through a variety of yin yoga postures, really deep shapes that help our meridians that run to our lungs. And if you're unfamiliar with meridians, they're invisible pathways in our body that carry energy to our vital organs. So all of the shapes that we're taking today will be boosting the quality of health in our lungs, helping us breathe better. And so the first shape that we're going to come into is known as heart bench. And it's a really deep heart opener. If you have two blocks, you're going to stack them behind you like so. And then you can lay a pillow on top of them. If you don't have blocks, just stack two pillows. Come to lie back. Your legs can be extended or you can butterfly your legs like I am. And then open your arms out wide, almost like they're your wings. And this really opens up the entire front of our chest. Close your eyes and allow yourself to find stillness here. And even though you might want to bring your arms by your sides, keep them open wide. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale out through your mouth. Allow yourself to just melt into the ground. Feel the weight of your body on your mat. And focus on those inhales. Imagine that you're breathing life directly into your lungs. Exhaling out, letting go of any stale or stagnant energy that you're holding on to. Breathing in, exhaling out. This is all about softening before we can activate and expand. Dropping tension from our chest, our rib cage, our shoulders, and our upper back. Heart bench gives us the ability to take deeper and more expansive breaths. So as we soften, we can open. And when you come into an expansive heart space, it helps you cultivate more love and compassion towards yourself and towards others. You can shake off the armor and live from a place of openness. And it's here that you can shake off the armor, the one that you wear to protect yourself from your day-to-day life. You can let it go. Allow yourself to be here and be vulnerable. And it's hard to be vulnerable. It's hard to open yourself up. That's why it might feel weird to have your arms open the way that they are. But it's in this space where we push past our discomfort and find new edges of ourselves. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Moving as slowly as you can. Gently tuck your chin towards your chest and press your hands to the ground. We're just going to come up to seated. You don't have to worry about moving the props behind you. Keep your legs the way they are. You can take a gentle twist to the right and the left. Then very slowly lift your knees and extend your legs long. You can gently tap your knees. Then we're going to bend into our right leg. Cross your right foot over so that it's on the other side of your left knee. And then if it's available to you, you can bend your left leg in. Your feet will ultimately be beside your hips, kind of like handlebars on a bike, if you were to hold onto them. And if you bend that left leg in and it doesn't feel good, you can straighten it back out. That's okay. The most important thing of this shape is that we honor our knees. So resist the urge to force your feet to pull back more so that your knees can stack. That ultimately doesn't matter. What matters is that you feel this on the outside of your legs. And since we're focusing more on upper body, you can ultimately skip this part with your legs completely. Reach up with your right arm and take your left arm and wind it behind your back. See if you can reach for your fingertips behind you. Maybe you use a towel here to grab on. I'm grabbing onto the hood of my sweatshirt. Breathe in to sit a little bit taller. You can stay here tall on your spine, or you can exhale out and fold forward. As far as your upper body, you should feel this down your right tricep. And you can also feel it a little bit in your left shoulder. You don't want to feel any kind of sharp pain. If it's a little bit too much, come out because you don't want to experience pain. But there is an edge to a yin practice. It's a level of slight discomfort, kind of like a Goldilocks edge, a place that you can spend some time in. But you don't necessarily want to just be hanging out. This is not a restorative practice. It's definitely edgier. Slowly release the bind of your fingers or whatever you're holding on to, and breathe your way back up to a tall spine. Hands coming behind you, fingertips pointing away from you. Your legs are just going to straighten out. You can breathe in and reach your arms up, lengthening up through your sides into your fingertips. And then just take a gentle twist towards the right. Right hand coming to the ground behind you. Breathe in to come back up, arms above. Exhale it over to the other side. Inhale back to center, arms up above you once more. And on your exhale out, forward fold over your extended legs, letting your arms surrender down towards the ground. Resisting any urge to grab your toes, you want to simply melt down as if you're bringing the ground towards you. Let your head and neck hang heavy here. And as you breathe in, imagine you're breathing directly into the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, and your lower back. Breathing in through your nose. When you exhale out, imagine that you're softening deeper. On your next breath in, very slowly roll back up to a tall spine. Let your hands come to the ground behind you, fingertips pointed towards the top of your mat, and just allow your head to drop back. Resist the urge to sink or slouch into your shoulders. We're broadening across our chest, and we're dropping our head back to reopen up the front of our throat. Give yourself 3 full inhales and 3 full exhales. Gently tuck your chin back to neutral. Release from leaning into your hands. And we're just going to gently bend into our left leg. Crossing our left foot over our right knee so that it's on the other side of your knee. Bending into the right leg so that our feet come beside our hips just like before. Breathe in, reach your arms up, clasp your hands, flip your palms up towards the sky. Once you release, you're going to bend your left arm this time. And you're going to reach your right arm around your back. See if you can grab your fingertips or your towel or a hood, whatever it is. Breathing in, sit a little taller. You can stay here or you can breathe out and fold forward. Release your hands, unwind your arms. If you want, you can reach your arms up again, clasp your hands, flip your palms up. Take some side bends here. When you're ready to release, uncross your legs, straighten them out in front of you. And then we're going to come to meet lying on our backs. You can slowly lower down, be mindful of anything behind you. Take a full body stretch, reaching up through your fingertips and down through your toes. And then without a story, just flip over onto your belly. Give yourself a full inhale and a full exhale, just lying here flat. And then slowly make your way to your forearms, shoulders stacking above our elbows, fingertips pointing towards the top of our mat. You're going to pull your right knee up so that it's beside your right hip. Imagine those chalk drawings at crime scenes. That's kind of what we're going for here. But you're going to keep on your forearms. So we've got a Sphinx pose with gentle compression in our mid-back. And we're also working into our inner groin a little bit. Keep your gaze straight out in front of you. Don't drop your head down. We don't want to kink our necks. You can stay here exactly as you are, or for a deeper stretch, you can start to press into the palms of your hands. You might need to adjust them a little bit. We're going to straighten out our arms, peeling up the front of our chest, opening up the entire front of our torso. Don't sink or slouch into your shoulders. Keep your gaze straight out and give yourself 5 breaths in and 5 breaths out. And at the bottom of your last exhale, slowly lower back down to your forearms. And this time we're going to thread our right arm behind our left elbow, coming down onto the right shoulder. Your right cheek will come to the ground. And this is going to feel pretty intense. So if this doesn't feel good, come back to your Sphinx shape on your forearms. If it feels like it's great and you want to add more, you can wind your left arm behind your lower back. And if you're hanging out with your right arm threaded through, your left arm doesn't feel too good behind your back, you can also bring your forearm beneath your cheek to support you, kind of like a little pillow. Take a full breath in. Notice any sensations that are really prominent. Open mouth, exhale out. Soften and release the tension. Let it go. As you breathe in, start to press yourself up, unwinding your right arm, coming back to your forearms. Allow yourself to lower down. Your elbows will splay out to the sides, and then carefully slide your right leg back so it extends long behind you. Bend into your knees and just rock your ankles back and forth, windshield wipering, releasing your back. Slowly lower your legs back down. And then when you're ready, come back to your forearms and start to slide up your left knee. So same shape, different side. Your left knee will be in line with your left hip, keeping your head up, compression in your mid-back, and finding your breath here. Breathing in through your nose. When you exhale out, imagine that you're softening deeper. Start to press into the palms of your hands. We're going to straighten out our arms, really peeling up the front of our body, just like we did before, deepening the compression in our back. Just give yourself 5 breaths here. In many cases, when we're challenged or we're brought to an edge that's uncomfortable, we stop breathing. We hold our breath. And it's in this moment where you need to breathe your deepest. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out, let it go. Start to come back to your forearms. And then begin to thread your left arm behind your right, flowing down onto your left shoulder. Your left cheek will come to the ground. Remembering finding a space here that's comfortable for you but challenges you. Maybe this doesn't feel good at all, and then you just come to lie flat with your elbows splayed out to the sides. Maybe you wind your right arm behind your back, or maybe you use your right forearm as a pillow. Give yourself a moment to find a space that you can spend some time in, because the goal is not to go as deep as you possibly can, but it's to spend some time in the shapes that we're in. As carefully as you can, start to support yourself so you can unwind your left arm. Lower your chest down, elbows will come out to the sides. Tuck your right toes in behind you so that you can bring your left leg back, extending your legs long. bending into them, then rocking your ankles side to side, lowering your legs back down. We're going to press into our hands. If you need to walk them towards you, walk them in and then press into your hands. Send your hips towards your heels, coming into child's pose. Heart and chest towards the ground, forehead resting on your mat. You can breathe here. You can be still here just like this. Or you can take it further and start to bend at your elbows, bringing your hands to prayer at the back of your neck. And if you have blocks on hand or books, you can place the blocks beneath your triceps. This helps you drop a little bit deeper into this shape for those of you that have some more range of motion or flexibility here, or if you want a deeper stretch in your triceps. Feel your belly on your thighs as you breathe. You're welcome to stay here as you are, or you can walk your hands in a little bit, finding your palms. Lift your hips so that they're above your knees. Your forearms are still resting to the ground. And just take a moment to straighten out your right leg behind you. Toes to the ground. Imagine that you're pressing your right heel towards a wall behind you. And then just take it over to the other side. When you're ready, come back to your knees and let your heart melt down towards the ground. Your arms will straighten out. This shape is known as melting heart or puppy pose, and it's one of the deepest shoulder openers that you can take. Let your forehead rest to the ground. Untuck your toes so the tops of your feet melt to the mat. And we're just going to stay here for the length of 5 full inhales and 5 full exhales. At the bottom of your last exhale, start to inch your fingertips towards you, walking them in until you arrive all the way back up to a tall spine. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Then exhale out, bend at your elbows, goalposting your arms. You can take some side bends here, whatever it is that you need. You can also just be still. And when you're ready, release your legs. Extend them long on the ground. We're going to grab a block and place it at the back of our mat. Slowly lower down onto the block so that it rests between your shoulder blades. Let your legs just extend long, take up space. Arms can open wide or be by your sides. This is fish pose. And it's known as the destroyer of all diseases. You can make it deeper by bringing your arms up above your head. Your heads drop back, so we're opening up our throat. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. The reason that fish pose is known as the destroyer of all diseases, which is quite a title, it's because of all of the physical benefits and mental benefits that it offers. This shape really opens up our chest, releases tension through our hip flexors. And since our heads drop back, it's below our heart, which helps with lymphatic drainage. But the most important thing is the way that it opens up our chest, giving us more space to breathe, which is such an important aspect to immunity. Take a full deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Sigh it out. Slowly start to tuck your chin towards your chest, protecting your neck and cervical spine. And then rebend into your knees so the soles of your feet come to the ground, and just make your way onto your side, rolling off of your block, finding a fetal shape. We're just going to be still here for a moment. Next time you breathe in, press into your hand and allow yourself to just come back onto your back. We're going to pull our knees into our chest, wrap our arms around our shins, and gently rock side to side. If you have a pillow on hand, you can place a pillow so that it rests beneath your knees. We're going to come into Savasana, our final resting pose, and by putting a pillow beneath your knees, it takes pressure off of our lower back. Reconnect with your body on the ground, sending softness from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes for final Shavasana. Gently begin to deepen your breathing. You can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And pull your knees into your chest and just come to lie on your side, whichever side you're feeling called to in this moment. I cannot ease your aching heart, nor take your pain away. But let me stay and take your hand and walk with you today. I'll listen when you need to talk. I'll wipe away your tears. I'll share your worries when the time comes. I'll help you face your fears. I'm here and I'll stand by you, each hill you have to climb. So take my hand, let's face the world and live one day at a time. You're not alone, for I'm still here. I'll go the extra mile. And when your grief is easier, I'll help you learn to smile. Give yourself a full inhale in and a full exhale out. And gently press yourself up to seated. Hands coming to heart center. The love and light in me sees and honors the love and light in you. Raise your prayer to your third eye and bow to yourself in gratitude. Knowing in this moment and always, you have everything that you need. You have air and breath in your lungs for a reason. May peace be with you and have a beautiful day.